Hey guys, welcome to Pregnancy and Postpartum TV. Today we're doing pregnancy exercises to prepare for a normal and easy delivery or a vaginal birth. We want to get our entire body strong as well as our pelvic floor strong and get our endurance up so we can cope with the duration of labor. We'll start with a warm-up. We're going to do a little bit of cardio and then body strengthening. We'll do some positions to get baby in a good position, some hip openers, and then some labor preparation poses. This is safe for all trimesters. Of course, check with your doctor before you start any new exercise routine. I will keep making pregnancy workouts every week. If you like videos like these, please subscribe and hit the notification bell. We can take our feet a little bit wider apart. Let's start with some gentle side stretches, reaching up and tilting over, breathing into your back ribs. Good, switching to the other side. Switching again. Inhale, coming up. Beautiful. Let's bring our hands out to a T position. Pull your belly in, and then we can reach for opposite knee or ankle, whatever is more comfortable for you. And come up, switching sides. Last one. Good. We can take our hands to our hip, bend your knees nice and relaxed, and we'll take some hip circles, warming up our hip joints. You could also do this on a ball. Switching directions. One more circle. Perfect. I'm going to set the timer now for 45 seconds of movement, and we'll have 15 seconds to set up between. The first move is still a bit of a warm-up, so feel free to go at whatever speed feels safe for you. We're going to tap and cross in front, switching arms each time.
We're moving through the night like we're from a different star, flying over streets and the broken hearts. But they can't even touch us, we found a different beat. Paradise is waiting and we bought the leads. Ooh, getting caught in the mist, there's so many that never get out of. They're feeding the fears and the doubts. Ooh, but we go and we run to the end and we run without shame. We own the game, and we ride on the flames till the morning light. Baby, cause we're dynamite. Ain't nobody gonna hold us down. Break all the rules, let them run and hide. Baby, cause we're dynamite. Gonna let the world know.
Spreading your toes, finding your balance. We're going to reach up, and then as if you're holding a heavy medicine ball, exhale, bringing your hands to your knee.
We're from a different time, yeah, we're of a different breed. Cause what we got is timeless, we supersede. And we hold in the key, yeah, we're tight as can be. We're rolling just like we please. Ooh, getting caught in the mist, there's so many that never get out of. We're feeding the fears and the doubts. Ooh, but we go and we run to the end and we run without shame. We own the game, and we ride on the flames till the morning.
You can mirror me and take your right foot. We're going to curtsy lunge and then oblique crunch, exhale, and go. Taking some deep breaths, setting up on the other side, really using your glute here as you squat down. We're going to double pulse here, and then coming up on your toes, we can pop up. Nice and low, keeping your chest high. Go. Engaging your legs, your glutes, your calves when you pop up. We can bring our legs closer together now, and we can do a little squat and hamstring curl. Setting up, go. Making sure your balance is between the four corners of your feet. This time we're going to squat back and pull your belly in, engage your core, bring alternating knees up. Go. You can also engage your pelvic floor as you lift. Gather and lift your pelvic floor. Come on up, let's shake it out. We're gonna do a couple of stretches before we move down to some exercises on the ground. Bringing our feet wide apart, come down into a sumo squat here. We can lift through our pelvic floor and press our hands into our knees, stretching, opening up our hips. We can let one shoulder drop in if that feels good. Breathing in deeply to your ribs, all around your ribs, your back ribs. Switching sides. Good. And come on up. Let's move into triangle or trikonasana. You can turn your right foot out. Reach to the side of the room. Drop one hand in front of your shin. Reaching up with the other hand. Legs are strong. Good. Inhale. Coming up, we'll switch our feet around to the other side. Lining up your shoulders over your front legs so you're not leaning too far forward. Beautiful. Coming up, we can switch our feet around again. Let's take warrior 2 on this side. Knee is pressing towards the back of the room, opening up through your groin. Shoulders are relaxed down your back. One more breath here. Coming up, switching to the other side. Good. Pressing into your front foot, coming up. Let's pigeon toe our toes in, making lots of space through our sacrum. We can place our hands on our hips. Inhale, lifting your chest, and then with a lengthened spine, folding forward. Shifting your weight forward if you're finding you're in your heels a little bit. We can lunge back and forth, or just take whatever movement feels good here. And coming back to a centered position, inhale all the way up. Stepping your feet together, we can grab a sip of water and then we'll come down on the mat. Let's find our way to all fours here, making sure that our back is nice and stable. We're not letting our back sway out from the weight of our belly. And we're going to do fire hydrants here, keeping our hips stable, preventing them from swaying back and forth. Setting up on the other side, you could almost feel as if there's a glass of water on your back and you don't want the glass of water to spill. Taking a deep breath, pulling in your belly, and other side. Good. We're going to do a variation of dog bird here, except when we come back in, we're going to cross over and engage our inner thighs. Our inner thighs, or our adductors, are an important part of our pelvic floor that's often forgot about. Squeeze both inner thighs. Let's extend our back leg, pulse here before we start on the other side. Switching sides. Beautiful. Extend, pulse here.
2 a.m. in the morning, I'm in my story smoking, catching my breath. I can feel my skin burning.
Releasing down. Let's take some easy hip circles here.
Regrets can't forget. You got me wrapped around it. You feel me, your body wrapped around me. Good.
You can switch directions.
You got me looped about it. You and me got me losing sleep. I'm in too deep, like an overdose. You're
Coming back to all fours. Let's round out in a cat stretch.
too deep. No matter where I hide, you got me
And
sleep
inhale, looking up, and then rounding out again. From here, let's move into puppy pose, which is great to position your baby in a good position for labor. So we can come down onto our elbows and then stretch our hands out, getting our hips in the air. You can lower your forehead down to the ground. You can even walk your hands forward just a little bit, and we'll take a couple of deep breaths here.
You feel me, your body wrapped around me. Good mistakes. Oh, you got me looped about it. You and me got me losing sleep. I'm in too deep, like an overdose. You're the antidote. Losing sleep. I'm in
Good. If you're ready, we can walk your hands back in. Let's take a quick thread the needle while we're here. Threading one arm through, releasing through your upper back. Good. And we can switch to the other side. Coming up. Let's carefully get down on our side. So lower using your arms to get down. We're going to do some more inner thigh work here. So you can take your top leg and bring it up in front of you, flexing your bottom leg. We will lift up for 2, lower down for 2.
You're the antidote. Losing sleep. I'm in too deep.
Good.
No matter where I hide, you got me sleep deprived.
One more. And now let's bring it up. Pulse here. Few more seconds. Good. Releasing down. Let's bring our legs together and we can lengthen our top leg now. Knee is pointed forward and we'll lift up and down here. Beautiful. Let's keep it up and we'll do 10 tiny circles here. And 10 the other direction. Beautiful, release down. Now we're gonna work on our internal rotation. So we can lift our top leg up and we're going to tap our knee forward, bringing our foot and our ankle up and then open this way. Beautiful. Let's do one more. Good, and while we're here, let's grab our ankle and we can do a nice quad stretch. Take a couple of breaths. And slowly release out. You can either roll over. I'm going to switch to the other side so you can see me. Carefully lowering down. Good, we'll set up for our inner thigh. And lift 2, down 2. And our next one, let's keep it up. Pulse here. A little bit more. And release out. Good. Bringing our legs together, extending your top leg here. We'll kick up. And last one, 10 tiny circles. Other direction. Good, releasing down. And working on our internal rotation here, really getting your ankle and foot up as high as you can. Keeping your hips steady, avoiding them from rocking back and forth. Last one here. Good. Release down. Take a breath. And we can move into a gentle quad stretch here. Releasing out. We're going to move into bridge pose, so we're going to move onto our back. We're not going to stay on our back, so you don't have to worry about the weight of your baby and uterus on your back here. We can bring our heels in, and we're going to press up. We can press our lower back into the ground, gather our pelvic floor, pull in your belly and your baby, and press up. And coming down, fully relax your pelvic floor at the bottom. We are pelvic floor up, lift, release down. Exhale, engage. Beautiful. Let's come up and we can go up on our heels. Let's pulse here. Good. Releasing down. We can roll over and we'll find our way to all fours again. Tucking your toes, we can press into downward dog. Feel free to walk out your heels here. And for the next pose, I have a couple of different options. You can either do pigeon or you can do a figure 4 stretch. If you're doing pigeon, you can center one foot, release one leg up behind you, swing it through, walking your back leg back, sitting up tall, and then if it's comfortable, you can release forward. Alternatively, you can cross one ankle over your knee and do a figure 4 stretch. Good. You can push your way up, tuck your back foot, move through downward dog or however you can, and moving to the other side or crossing your other leg over. Releasing through your hips. You shouldn't feel any sensations in your knee. If you are, back out of the pose or do the modification. Good. Releasing up again. Planting your hands, tucking your back foot. Downward dog. Let's sway our hips back and forth here. We can come back to all fours and then back to a seated position. Let's open up our hips, release one leg out to the side. We can stretch back and forth. Good. Switching sides. And really reach up and over, making room for your baby under your ribs. Beautiful. Come on up. We can bring both feet in for Baddha Konasana or butterfly. Let's bring our legs up, and you can press your forearms into your knees, creating a little bit of a tension. Good. And then let them flop open. If it feels good, you can fold forward, hinging at your hips. Releasing through your pelvic floor, releasing through your hips. Good. And come on up. From here, you can lean back. We're going to windshield our legs, so fully releasing here. Do a couple more. Good. And then let's come down on our side. If you wanted to grab a pillow or a block for between your knees or under your head, you can. Lower it down. And I want you to imagine that you are in labor, and from an outsider's perspective, you look totally relaxed and calm. Your body and your baby are doing all the work. And the sensations that you feel are simply your uterus contracting, and that muscle gets sore because it's contracting so much. So your job is to simply relax and release, especially between letting that muscle relax, and so it can be less painful. You remember that the sensations that you're feeling are not painful, they're productive, they're bringing your baby to you. You are safe, your baby is safe. You fully relax and let your cervix open. You can focus on slow, steady breaths, or you can make low-toned vowel sounds, which can distract you from the sensations. You can make a sound like ah, or e, or some mums like ooh. If you practice these, then they'll feel more second nature and natural when you're in labor. Let's stretch our fingers and toes in opposite direction, and we can come up to a seated position. I'm going to read the pregnancy card for the day. I trust my body and baby to work together for the safe and easy arrival of my baby. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that not only are you feeling prepared, but you're also feeling great after that class. You are going to do amazing. You are preparing. If you like that video, let me know in the comments below, and I will keep making pregnancy workouts and yoga every week. If you like videos like these, you can subscribe and hit the notification bell. I will also link to my free resources in the description box below, a pregnancy meal plan that I put together as a registered dietitian, also a guide on how to reduce and cope with pain during labor. I have a pelvic floor guide on how to prepare your pelvic floor for birth and the fastest recovery after, or you can grab your copy of the pregnancy yoga card. Thank you so much for joining me again. I really appreciate you, and I'm excited for you to meet your baby.